Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am your host, Tommy. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. All right, y'all. So, day one, the next day after the preseason victory over the Detroit Lions. What a win. 16-15. Our boys got the job done. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much what I expected from week one preseason. I mean, yeah, 16-15 sounds about right. We had the Tecmo Bowl playbook out there, which was fine. Like, that's normal. This has been like this, since forever, right? Preseason, you don't show your cards in preseason. Everyone knows that. Your starters usually don't play in preseason, maybe a little bit in week 2, week 3, but definitely not week 1. We sat pretty much all of our starters. I would say, golly, 70%, 75% of the starters did not play, which was fine. Last thing we need is Josh Allen getting hurt because Bobby Hart can't block anything. My God, Bobby Hart is awful. Wow. Like, did we cut him already? Like, did we cut him in the locker room? I hope so, because my God, he was going to get a quarterback killed. He was going to get Mitch killed or Davis Webb killed or Fromm, which whatever. I don't care if he kills Fromm, but yeah, man, that was just really, really bad. Like, wow. Like, he makes Brian Winters look like an all-pro. Like, I mean, that's how bad Bobby Hart is. My God, I didn't know he was that bad. But, geez, like, I don't know, man. I think, listen, I might have gotten past him. And I don't even play professional football. I'm 42 years old. Anyways, that if there was a god-awful player of the game award, like, he would get it. Like, and that's for both teams. Like, he was the worst player on the field that day, both teams, like, combined. Like, that was, I cannot watch another Bobby Hart. I just can't. I can't watch him again. I can't, man. It hurts my eyes. Anyways, yeah, so we won 16-15 on a last Fromm drive, which, by the way, which I'll get to later, Marquez Stevenson, the 6th rounder coming up, huge. But yeah, let's start with my man right here, Devin Singletary, the one that Bills Mafia is continuing to hate on since really his rookie season. Showing no love. Want Zach Moss to be the RB1. Then they want Breida to be the RB1. Did you guys see Breida last night? I mean, he wasn't bad, but wasn't good either. Just saying. So Devin Singletary, 8 carries, 42 yards, 5.3 a carry. Also had the touchdown, the only touchdown. I would say, yeah, he's our RB1. He's gonna prove that in this preseason. And I think McDermott trusts him. I'm sorry. I just do. I thought he showed great elusive. He's elusive. Listen, he's our most elusive running back. And he could take a hit and keep going. Don't act like Devin Singletary's this little dude that just runs out of bounds. He avoids getting hit. He doesn't try to get the extra yard or two. He does. Like, you could see, he's not afraid of contact. Matt Breida, on the other hand, he gets hit, he goes down. I mean, that's what I saw. I think he averaged like 2.6 a carry. Pretty bad. I think he had more carries. I think he had 10 carries last night with like 20-something yards. Like, I mean, like, It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. So yeah, Antonio Williams. Beside the fumble, I thought he did okay. But listen, you guys, it's week 1. Like, I think all these guys are just getting back into the grind of things. Like, I'm expecting a little bit better performance from Antonio Williams next week. I just am, or he'll be cut or on the practice squad. I assume he's going to be on the practice squad again anyways, but I mean, he didn't do himself any help last night by fumbling. Just saying. But other than the fumble, he did okay. Nothing spectacular, but I thought he did okay. Yeah, so let's start with our rookie too. Gregory Rousseau. Gregory Rousseau got a sack. I believe it was on their first drive. Man, I'll tell you what. He got the sack, by the way, against the 7th pick in the draft, the offensive lineman, the first offensive lineman taken in the 2021 draft, by the way. I don't remember his name, but yeah, I mean, what does that tell you right there? Our boy's going to be dangerous in this league. Quite a bit. It wasn't just a sack. He was on a lot of plays. He stopped a lot of the running plays. He was behind. He was causing, listen, Gregory Rousseau is going to, like I said, he's going to be a problem. I can already tell you, offensive linemen are going to have to work to block him because he was causing havoc in the backfield. He was back there every single play, and that's what he did in Miami. And that's why I didn't understand the whole Gregory Rousseau, right place, right time. He didn't deserve the sack, but he got the cheap sack. There's no cheap sacks in the NFL. Like, it's a grind. If these guys stay with it, they're going to get the sack. And that's what he is, man. He's a high motor guy, man. And I'm just excited to have him on the team. Boogie Basham, by the way, man, he should have got the sack, but, unfortunately, right? Like, late hit, stuff like that. I thought Obata did good. That sack, by the way, I know you can't go low to the knees, but I didn't think that was illegal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like he grabbed him by the feet. Like, I don't know. I thought that was a clean play. I think the quarterbacks now have it so easy, man. Like, I didn't see anything wrong with that play. Maybe I'm wrong. But I thought that was a clean hit. But yeah. Tyler Bass, spot on, man. I gotta say, Matt Hawk, the new holder, is a huge help for Tyler Bass, by the way, making these field goals. There's no surprise that his kicks they look super clean. Like last season, they were a little off. And I'm telling you right now, like if you go back and watch the film, Bojo was just a bad holder, man. Like he would hold the laces in or the ball down, or he didn't get good trip. Like he didn't hold the ball correct from the start and he had fumbled it. Like it was just bad. I like Bojo as a punter, but man, God, he was bad as a holder. And it's showing like a veteran and this Matt Hawk, like he knows how to hold the ball correctly for Bass. And Bass was drilling him, man, straight through the middle. Like last season, they were a little bit floating to the right, a little bit to the left, like barely getting in. These were like spot on, dude. Like 50 yards, no problem, right down the middle. Like nothing was close. Like he kicked it, you knew it was going in. So yeah, man, like that was awesome to see. 3 for 3 with a 50-yarder, no problem. Like that dude, man, he can kick 60 or more. I think he's 65. 65. I mean, those 50s are like bombs, man. Let's talk missed tackles and penalties. A ton of missed tackles, especially in the second half. And penalties, by the way. Tons. That has to clean up. Once again, I know it's week 1, preseason, but you can't have that. You can't. Like that, like those are killing us. We had an interception and it was a late hit on the quarterback. We had a nice play breakup, and it was another late hit on the quarterback. It was a holding penalty. A lot of, man, it was just penalty. I mean, my God. And then at the end, missed tackles. Bro, we could not tackle the running back. I don't even know the running backs and whoever the hell that guy was, but apparently he was like the next O.J. Simpson. Like, I mean, at least that's the way we made it look. I mean, we just cannot. We had them and then we didn't. They just 20 yards down the field, 30 yards. I mean, it was embarrassing. Like, I hate, if I have a pet peeve, it's missed tackling. I hate missed tackles. I cannot stand it. Like, God, Lee, man, like, tackle. That's your job. You have him. We had him in the backfield. Tackle his ass. Why are you letting him go? Like, what is going on? There's 2 and 3 of you, and you guys let him go? Like, I don't get that. Like, missed tackles, man, golly, man. Like, all those guys should be doing laps. Like, McDermott should go. I'm sure he's going to, but he should go back in the film, look who missed tackles, and make them do laps or something. They got to learn, man. You can't have that. Like, that was a big problem in Buffalo last year, too, by the way. Even with our starters, missed tackles. I hated it. So that has to change. It has to be fixed. And the penalties, yes, they definitely need to be fixed. But of course, a lot of these guys are third string players. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to happen. I get that, but they're going to have to learn. This is what the preseason is about, right? Got to learn. Yeah. So I felt like the play calling for like Trubisky was like, yeah, it was, we're not going to have you pass, bud. We're going to have you, like, I don't even know if they wanted him pass at all. He was 1 for 2, by the way, 10 yards. Like, yeah, that was a straight up Dable going, and McDermott, I guess, too, saying, look, we just want to see how our offensive line run blocking goes for Devin Singletary. We want to see if Devin Singletary has improved. We want to see if he's the RB1, which he is. And we want to see if the offensive line can run block better, which they did. And by the way, that was not like our starting offensive lineman. That was a lot of backups. I think everyone was a backup, I believe. I don't recall seeing any of our starters in there. I don't believe. I have to go back and look at the film, but I don't recall anyone. I know Dion's out. Feliciano wasn't in there. Maybe Cody Ford was in there, a play or two. Maybe. But other than that, no Daryl Williams. Like, these were all the backups, and I felt like they did a fairly good job up until the second half, the third quarter, fourth quarter, giving up sacks left and right. Bobby Hart once again, sacks. The Doyle guy, this is Tommy Doyle that we drafted. He looked bad. Like, out of all the picks, the Doyle pick, like, I didn't agree with that. Like, I don't know what they were doing there. Like, why not draft a cornerback at that position? There were still plenty on the board. Like, and we reached for Doyle too, like, on top of it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this guy might even get cut. What a waste of a pick, man. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see here. Don't say that name ever again. Bobby. All right, hey, we're gonna do like Candyman, right? With Bobby Hart. Bobby Hart. Bobby Hart. Bobby Hart. Right. Say his name 3 times or the quarterback's out for the year. Oh, God, he was so bad, dude. No, I'll try not to. I want his name to be like totally gone. Like, put it this way. Bobby Hart was so bad, he had me thinking of of the lineman we had last year, that Brian Winters. Like, that's how, and I thought Brian Winters was out of my head, and Bobby Hart brung him back. That's what Bobby Hart did. He brought back bad memories of our offensive line play of Brian Winters. God, like, Jesus. But yeah, back to the quarterbacks, man. So Mitch Trubisky, 1 for 2, 10 yards. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have more plays. He's gonna have more snaps, more passing when we play Chicago next week. Let's see what he's saying. Yeah, Hart made Winter look like I know, bro. Bobby Hart made Ray Winters look like like a Pro Bowl 10-time Pro Bowler. I mean, like that. Like, my God, man. Like, oh, yikes, that was so bad, bro. Like, honestly, I think a high school offensive lineman might block better. Like, that's and I'm being honest. I'm being really honest there. Like, he got burnt on every single play, man. And the guy that was like sacking, like I don't even know the guy's name because he was clearly like a third or fourth stringer too for the Lions, but he wasn't doing like anything special. He was just running right past them. Like it was so embarrassing, man. Like I felt so bad for like Davis Webb and Fromm, even though I don't really like Fromm, but still, golly. But yeah, so Davis Webb. Look, you know what? Davis Webb looked okay. He's I still want him as a backup, but third string, sure. Like, why not? I think Fromm is who he is, and that's why he was fourth string quarterback. I don't even think he's going to make the team. I just don't care for Fromm, by the way. But anyways, Davis Webb had the only touchdown of the game uh, to Devin Singletary. I thought he ran the ball well when he needed to like get out of the pocket. Um, I thought his accuracy was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Like he's a good practice squad guy, man. Like he's not going to make the 53, but he's a good practice squad guy. He's just a good guy to have there or whatever, you know. But I think Fromm has to go. Fromm's bad. Um, like I said, he had the drive at the end. I'll give him credit for that, I guess. But he's going against like four stringers, so it wasn't that unbelievable. I thought Marquez Stevenson actually is the reason why. I mean, Marquez Stevenson was pretty. He had a good 5 yards on his corner at that time. I think it was still a good throw. I'll give him that. But I think Marquez Stevenson. If Marquez Stevenson's not out there, we lose that game. He was our best receiver in the fourth quarter. He was. I thought Powell. I mean, God, like I was like, get him out of the game already. Like on kick returns, he was so bad. Like bringing the ball out. If you're going to bring the ball out deep in the end zone, get to the 25. Like do something. And I'm not saying Marquez Stevenson like was unbelievable at kick returns, but he still averaged like close to 25, so that's fine. You know what I mean? Like everybody was trying to do returning kicks last night, by the way. And by the way, in most preseason games I'm watching, I noticed that's the thing. Like not a lot of people are kneeling on kick returns, even if it's deep, deep, deep in the back of the end zone. Like they're going. I think the coaches just want to see what they got speed wise. I gotta say, Marquez, I know he's super fast, but he looked like I don't know, man. He didn't look so fast on the kick return, but maybe it's just rust, you know, getting the flow of things. Maybe he was nervous, didn't want to make mistakes. He maybe just waiting for his blocks to set up. I don't know, but he didn't look like lightning quick, but I know he is. So I'm expecting more week 2 against the Bears when he comes in for kick returns. The Powell guy, I wasn't impressed. He didn't do it for me. Apex. Webb looked okay. When there was no pressure, Webb, he looked like kids from Little. Yeah, man. When Webb, when Webb got pressure, boy, he was just like, I don't want to get here. Like, throwing the ball anywhere, man. Like, yeah, he looked. But listen, he's a third string quarterback. He hasn't played football in like what, 2 years? Like, really? You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't played in a while. So, like, that was his first game action, I think, in like almost 2 years. So, like, you know, you got to give him, I give him a little credit. And by the way, once again, he was under pressure, like, by like 4 guys in the backfield because Bobby Hart and Doyle didn't help out, you know, with that. So, you know, I like, thank God Allen didn't play. Like, I don't know what the hell Allen would have done there either. Like, that was just bad. But yes, the quarterbacks. I think next week, Mitch Trubisky is going to get, I would say a quarter and a half. I would think. I think they're going to open up the playbook a little bit more. You're still not going to see a lot out of the playbook, but I think they're going to want. I think he's going to want to showcase himself against his old team. I could be wrong, but I think he wants. You know, I think he wants to show him, hey, you fucked up by you know letting me go or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that, but we'll see. We'll see. But back on my main man, the guy of the hour, the one that I keep saying, that he's the RB1, Devin Singletary. Can we talk about Devin real quick? Did he not prove a lot of doubters wrong last night? By the way, that team we were playing last night played their starters in the first quarter. Wasn't like they were sitting their guys. And they wanted to come out and prove to their head coach, right? Like, and I'm sure their head coach wanted to prove, like, we're not going to be, beaten by a lot by the bit, whatever. I'm sure, like I said, he's that kind of coach. He had something to prove. And I felt like that's why he played his starters most of the first quarter. And I felt like for our second, third string being in, we held our own, man. Like, and I knew we would, but I thought it was really impressive that Devin Singletary had that many yards against, a first string defense. No problem. And an offensive line, by the way, like I said earlier, that wasn't even our starting offensive line. Like, those are mostly backups. I think all of them, except for maybe Cody Ford, I think was in there a few plays, I think. But I mean, what more did you want from the guy? Like, if that was a regular season game, he would have had over 100 yards. He would have had over 100 yards, 5 yards a carry. What are you complaining about? Like, what do you want, Bills Mafia? Like, honestly, like, you really think like we should have like an all-pro running, like every position we're gonna have an all-pro player. It's just not. It's not how it works, man. And if you look at the depth chart on running back, Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, Matt Breida, right? Antonio Williams. Devin Singletary is the best running back in that running back group right there. I'm sorry. You could say Breida. You saw what Breida did last night. You're going to see him again next week. I'm telling you right now, Breida, he is what he is. I think he's lost. I think his best days are gone. I think what you see last night is what we're going to get out of Breida. There may be a few plays here and there, some screens that he's going to be able to show his speed because you'll have a little bit of open field. But as far as like being elusive like Devin Singletary or taking on that hit, like, and getting more yards after contact, he's not the guy. He's not that guy. Like, he's strictly a speed guy. That's it. But he's not going to get yards after catch, like, especially like getting tackled, like breaking tackles. This is not going to happen. Like I said, I didn't think he was terrible last night, but I think Devin Singletary showed out, man. I think he did. And I think he's going to continue to show out. And I think Zach Moss's problem right now is he can't stay healthy. Just can't. Got hurt already. Look, it's. I don't think he's going to be cut, but he ain't helping himself, right? So we'll see. We'll see. As far as the receivers go last night, man, I was expecting more from to see Kumaro. Did not see anything really. He was on the field, but did anyone notice him at all? I mean, I know we didn't pass too much with Mitch, but Kumaro, like, I expected them to showcase him a little bit more, and nothing really. Hodgins made a good catch. Not much of him either. Duke Williams, by the way, made a really nice catch, but couldn't keep his feet in bounds because it was a terrible throw. I thought, okay, I did think our tight ends. I'm going to tell you this. Dawson Knox made a really good catch in traffic. It was his only catch, but that showed me a lot because it was in traffic, caught the ball, no problem. It was a good play. Like, that's the Dawson Knox we want to see. Tommy Sweeney, by the way, man, he played pretty good for a guy that hasn't played ball in like almost 2 years as well. Like, he looked pretty solid. And his rookie season, I thought he had a pretty decent preseason. And even I think he played week 1, his rookie season, right? Against the Jets, I believe, and he did okay. So he might make the team. I was thinking they were going to showcase Quentin Morris a little bit more, that because they've been talking about him in training camp, the other tight end. Not really. Like, he was on the field, but I didn't see much. they didn't throw his way, or maybe he wasn't getting open. I don't know. But we'll see. I think this week one, I think the game plan was just to run the goddamn ball. Like, honestly, but like it was the total opposite of what we do. And that's maybe just trying to, like I said, trying to get the offensive lineman to, run block better. Like, and then next week, maybe we pass more. Maybe it's the total opposite. Maybe next week it's a pass heavy game plan. I don't know. But this week here, it seemed like the game plan was just Tecmo Bowl, run, very very basic passing, which is, like I said, it's fine. They're not going to showcase their playbook in a preseason. Not going to happen. Let the bad teams do that. Let the Detroit Lions do that. Speaking on the Lions, like man, they're bad. Like that's a bad team. I mean, we almost intercepted them right away. The quarterback there, drawing a blank. Man, for the trade, jeez, I'm like totally drawing a blank. Yeah, Jared Goff. Yeah, like right away, our linebacker, our backup, a guy. I didn't even know who that linebacker, Mikavich, maybe I think it was. Almost got the right away. First play of the. I don't know, man. What happened to him, man? First pick of the draft, he's kind of like falling off the map a little bit, right? Like Lions, man, I don't know, man. They got no receiver help. Like, I don't like the receivers. The running backs are whatever. I mean, if that's what they got, man, that's 2-3 win team. Good luck, Detroit. And I live in Detroit, man. I feel bad. Detroit teams have been so bad lately. Pistons are getting a little better, and the Tigers, but golly, man, the Lions can never get it right, man. They remind me a lot of about us, like when we were in our drought, man. But their drought just continues. Like, they've been in a drought since they were the Detroit Lions, like since they became in the league, they just been in the drought. Like they're just been so bad. So yeah. So next week we play the Bears. Mitch Trubisky going back home to the team who drafted him. Gonna be interesting. I will say that. I'll be hyped up for Mitch. That's pretty cool. I wonder if Josh Allen gets any play time during the preseason at all. I know some teams have come out and said, some coaches, that they're not going to, like, some of the players that will not play at all during the preseason. I know our coach hasn't said that, but there's only 3 of them. Like, is it worth getting Josh hurt? We know what Josh can do, right? We know what Stephon Diggs can do. We know what Cole Beasley can do, right? I mean, to me, like, the only starters, like, I want to play Josh. I want to play Josh. I want to play Stephon Diggs. I want to play Cole Beasley. The only starters I would probably play are guys that maybe miss time. Like, I would play Star because he's rusty. Detroit Droughts. Yeah, exactly. Yes, breaking tables. 100%, dude. But yeah, so the starters in our preseason who I play. I would play Star Lutule, because he missed all last season. He needs to get back, get the little rust off. I'm not saying play him all half or anything. I'm just saying maybe a quarter. Like, he has to get back in there. Ed Oliver, which he played, by the way, last night. I want to see him get some reps during the preseason. Levi Wallace, which he did play last night. I want to continue to see him get a little playing time during the preseason. Gabe Davis, I want to see him get some playing time. That's fine. Isaiah McKenzie for punt returns, because last night McKenzie didn't do that great. I'm not saying he did bad, but he didn't do anything spectacular. I think one play he got like negative yards, I think, on a punt return. So, like, yes, get him. I think McKenzie needs more reps in the punt return, because punt returning is not easy. Kick returning, way different than punt return. Punt returns, man, you got to know where you're standing. You got to know where the defenders are at. You got to know when that ball's coming down. I mean, like, there's so much to it. So, and I don't trust Marquez Stevenson yet to return punts. So, and I don't think the coach does either. I think Marquez Stevenson's going to earn that kick return role though, because Powell was just God. Like Powell was bad. Like I don't know who else. Did anyone else say get Powell the hell out of the game? Like at one point, I'm like, my God. Stevenson looked quicker and more efficient than first. Yeah, definitely on kick returns, but he didn't do any punt returns. So like I wouldn't know how he did on punt returns. I don't think the coach trusts him yet. I just don't see him doing punt returns yet. Kick returners for sure. Let's see, Hart, Powell, and Hart was where. Oh, dude. I know I talked about it earlier. Like Hart was making Brian Winters look like a 10-time Pro Bowler. Like he like Bobby Hart was so bad he brung that god awful Brian Winters back into my head, and I did not want to think about Brian Winters ever again. And Bobby Hart brung Winters back like that. Like oh my God, like oh God, like honestly, like we're doing cuts by the way this week. I think we're cutting. I think teams have to cut 10 players. Yeah, like he should be the guy like they call right away. Like they should have cut him after the game. Like I would have cut him during the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was so bad. Like why weren't they yelling at this guy? Like I didn't see anyone talking to him. Like, man, if I'm the quarterback, I'm like, yo, get this fucking guy off the field, man. Get anyone, put a fucking defensive tackle in there. Maybe he probably can do better. I don't know. Harder's greater than Powell. That's what that means. Okay. Force him to be. Yeah, I know, right? Monte Davis, right? Bobby Hart's like, fuck this shit. I'm fucking. Yeah, but you know what? Vontae Davis was at least good at one point of his career. Bobby Hart has always been bad. Like, I don't even know why we picked him up because, like, he's been bad everywhere he's gone. Like, Cincinnati, he was terrible. Yeah, you're just going to have to retire like yeah. Listen, Bobby, you got two choices here, bud. We could say we cut you, or you could just walk out in the third quarter, go in the dressing room, and just call an Uber because you're not going to be driving back with us and the team bus. Is that cool? Oh God, man. Whatever. Go to Oakland. Can we trade him to Oakland? Will the Oakland Raiders want Bobby Hart? Oakland, listen, we got this guy, Bobby Hart. We think he could be good for your team. Send us over a 5th rounder. We'll take it. All right, let's do it. Hart's new nickname is Uber. Yeah, Bobby, the Uber Hart. let's trade him to Oakland. Like, let's get him to Oakland quick. Golly, man. Oh Lord. But the punting, by the way, I'm gonna talk punting. I thought it was okay. I think he's whatever, but we won't be punting much this season. So, you know, whatever. To me, the holding on the kicks were the most important thing. It's all I want you to do. Be an expert at holding the kicks for Tyler Bass. The punting, whatever. If you only get 40 yards on a punt, whatever. I don't care. We won't be punting that much. So good job to Matt Hawk for the holding of the kicks for Tyler Bass. Yeah, so they talked to Sean McDermott after press conference. Let's see what he says. This is sort of like Bobby Hart. Yeah. They talked to McDermott after. McDermott was happy overall. You know, he's not gonna. This wasn't the Super Bowl or anything, but he didn't like the penalties. Didn't like the penalties and what else? Oh, and the what am I looking for? The penalties. He did something. What else he didn't like? It was the penalties and something else. I don't remember. It was something else. Oh, the missed tackles. Didn't like the missed tackles. Didn't like the missed tackles. Didn't like the penalties. I didn't like him either. So that was pretty much how that went. Who else stood out in that game? I thought, hey, listen, our backup linebackers looked pretty solid last night. I gotta say, they looked pretty good. I thought they did their job, locking down the tight ends, especially. The only time he really kind of looked bad was like that fourth quarter, and it was really just the offensive line. And I thought like the run, like the tackling versus the run, like they were running all over us at one point. Like that has that, But once again, those guys, you probably won't even see those guys like on the 53. You're not going to happen. So yeah, next week we play the Bears on Saturday. That game's intriguing to me. It is. Like, I really want to see that game. Because I want to see what Mitch does, man. I want to see if they, like I said, I want to see if they give Mitch more plays. If they let him pass the ball more, like other than 2 passes, like 1 for 2. Like, it's funny. I was on my buddy who's actually here chatting, breaking tables, and we were predicting the score. And I think I had it like 27-9 or something like that. And then I think Brian had it like, I don't know, 40-3 or 40-0. And somebody, Tampanillo had it like 34-12. Like, yeah, 45-0. We're probably gonna have 45 points in the next maybe 3 games, like total. Like, but it's fun. It's fun. That normally though, like if that was a regular game, it would have probably been 45-0, right? You know what I mean? Like Tampanillo 36-12. I said we were gonna have 17 points in the first quarter. Trubisky, like, first of all, like, yeah, what the hell we were thinking? Like, it was like so. It was. I don't. What was the total score combined? It was 31 points altogether. So bad. Yeah, we were way off, bro. We were way, way off. Like next week, when I do my prediction against the Bears, yeah, like I'm gonna have to dial it back a little bit on the scoring. Oh boy. Well, we'll see when I predict next week my unbelievable high score prediction of well, let's see. I think Mitch Trubisky is going to score 27 points in the first quarter. He's going to have 375 yards. It's like, what the hell? What world do we live in when Davis Webb has more production than Trubisky? Right. Davis Webb out there looking like he should belong on the cover of Madden 22. Davis Webb. Anybody, Oakland Raiders, Davis Webb. We want a 2nd-round draft pick. What's it? You see what he could do? Okay. Listen, Oakland, this is what we'll do. We'll throw Jake Fromm in there. We'll give you Davis Webb, 1st-round pick. We want your 1st-round pick. We think that's very fair. You know what? We're even going to throw Bobby Hart in there. Take Bobby. Bobby Hart can guard them. So they're going to stay healthy with Bobby Hart there. Right? They're familiar with them, right? This is a great deal, Oakland. I think you should. Why am I keep calling them Oakland? Las Vegas. I'm sorry. To me, they'll always be Oakland, by the way. They will always be the Oakland Raiders. Just saying. Just like how our stadium is not no goddamn Highmark Stadium. Would never be Highmark Stadium. Or it'd be the Rich Ralph Wilson Stadium. Bill Stadium. Fucking Highmark. Get out of here with that. I had some guy today, by the way, messaging me on my YouTube. And if you're watching, that's cool. Like, I'm not. Listen, I'll take anyone's. I'll debate with anyone on any topic. Like, that's all good. Like, I'll go back and forth with you. I'm not mad. Like, everybody has their opinion. But he messaged me on my YouTube on a video I did about Austin Like, we're not going to Austin. We aren't, by the way. But he messaged me saying, well, if the Bills don't get a stadium deal done, they're gone. They're going to Austin. They're not going to Austin. And I told him, bro, it's not going to happen. It's just not. I know. I'm when they bought the team, they said right away, this team's here to stay. Right? Right. Buffalo Bills have never left Buffalo. We've always been in Buffalo. It's not like this is the Cleveland Browns, right, where we've moved around, or the Colts, right, where this is not that team. This isn't the San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers. This isn't the Houston Oilers, Tennessee Titans, right? This team has been in Buffalo since the AFL. We're here to stay. The owners came out today, by the way. I don't know if anyone heard this, but they came out and they said, we're willing to put our own money into the stadium. Now, they didn't say all of it, but they're going to. You too, brother. See you later, Brian. Thank you for watching, man. But yeah, so they're willing to put money in. They're going to get a deal done. And listen, by the way, the city of Buffalo, you think they want them to leave? Of course, they're going to figure it out, right? The people that live there, they're going to want, I'm telling you right now, if they have to do some kind of tax thing, of course, Buffalo's going to do that. Like, they will vote yes, 100%. They are loyal, super loyal to this team. We donate hundreds of thousands of dollars to other players on different teams because they did something good for Buffalo or said something, or, right? Andy Dalton, right? We freaking donated to Lamar Jackson's because we felt bad because we gave him a concussion in the playoffs. And you don't think that the city would be up for getting a little tax hike, little tax, paying a little bit more in taxes for a stadium? Of course they would. They're not going anywhere. Buffalo's here to stay. So I don't want to hear any of the nonsense. The only reason I did that video is just to make fun of the nonsense that I even heard that they're moving to Austin. It's not happening. So just get that out of take it and throw it away. So we're here to stay. You're getting that straight from the source, Tommy. But yeah, guys, listen, I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for coming on the show, watching me tonight, for whoever did. When the regular season starts, I'm going to be having a little bit more content, a little bit more stuff to talk about. Obviously, the score was 16-15. So, there's not that much that happened last night for me to go over, right? I can only give you what I saw. And my player of the game was Devin Singletary, right? My god-awful player of the game was Bobby Hart, right? Gregory Rousseau looked like he's the real deal. He had a sack. I'm just giving you what I got. Tyler Bass was spot on, 3 for 3, right? Other than that, it is what it is, right? We won. Whatever that is, right? Preseason victory. But listen, guys, I want to give you guys a few announcements for those who are still watching. When the regular season starts on Saturdays, I am going to be having a show called the AFC East Shakedown. This is going to be me. It's going to be a Dolphins fan, which is Captain D. It's going to be my buddies that run a Patriots podcast. They're going to be on here. And I'm still looking for a New York Jets fan or a podcast, whoever does podcasts for the Jets or whatever, that's willing to come on Saturdays at 7:30 during the regular season. So we're going to be hopping on the very first week when the regular season starts, 7:30, 1 hour show, pretty much an hour show, maybe a little longer, depends how the show goes. Just going to go over the whole AFC East, man. It's going to be a really fun show. And then Sundays, I'm going to be doing a pregame and a postgame. And I'll probably have some guests on from time to time. And then I'm also going to be doing a show soon on Fridays, which I'll announce when it's official, because right now it's not 100% official as far as like the time slot, which I believe it's going to be 7:30 on Fridays. But I'll give you guys more details when that comes in. I should know by like a week or two. Other than that, you guys can catch me on Mondays and Wednesdays, Breaking Tables podcast. They were actually on here chatting with us earlier. Brian and Tampanillo. I am a host on there, co-host on there. We start at 7:30 on YouTube. So Breaking Tables podcast, Monday and Thursday at 7:30. They're also on Facebook. So check them out. It's a great show. I have a like awesome time, man. It's just a kickback, relax, drinking beer, having fun, talking shit. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, guys, hey, Bills Mafia #1. I appreciate you guys watching. Peace.